Let's make sure we are live on the YouTubes. Are we live on the X? Are we live on X? I think we are live on X. Matter of fact, I think we are live on X here. Yes, I think we are. Yes, all right, we are live. We are live on the YouTubes. Looks like we're live on X as well. All the announcements going out. All right. All right. There we go. There we go over here. Boom. All the announcements are going out right now. There we go. All right. There we go. Beautiful. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. I know I am, ladies and gents. I know I am. Yes, sir. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing? How are you? Are you good? I'm good. I'm doing well. Spectacular. Oh, 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. 1 second right here. There we go. Let me just fix something real quick. All right, there we go. Just got to get that set up right there. All right. Don't know why it says the 12th. I've changed it to 13th, but okie dokie. I will change it again. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, good. Good. Goody gumdrops. Yes, sir. All right. All right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's make sure we are all set up over here. Bing right there. All right. Get this going right over here. Get the alerts over here. Good. Perfect. Hold on 1 second. There we go. All right. And all right. Okay. Looking good. Everything's looking good. All right. Okay, let's get this intro started. What's up, guys? It's Double Nix, and welcome to another episode of Microcat Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL Nix in the house, aka the Rainmaker. And I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around in the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Other times she likes to get shot out the cannon and she goes, wee! Other times she likes to go to Arby's and watch videos of puppies and kitties. Sometimes she likes to go to party and, go and find them A, B, C, D's in the stock market. And then to top it off, she also calls some wonderful stonks like MRSN, LVLU, NVVE, and SOND. We call her DBL Moms. Yes, all right, good. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it started. All right. So, before we begin, ladies and gents, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share, Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join is in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. Just made different. And the early bird gets the cash. The moolah, the loots, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's begin. Let's take a look at some of the stocks that we've called. And by the way, we've called quite a few today. Quite a few baggers today. We called NVVE. NVVE. Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. NVVE. This stock ran up a nice 243%. We called it earlier this morning, and it actually ran up a nice 243% since we called it. All right. We called SOND as well. We called SOND earlier this morning. That one ran up a nice 101% since we called it. All right. And we got MRSN. MRSN. That stock we also called earlier this morning. Ran up a nice 204% since we called it. Ran up a nice 204% since we called it. Boom, right there. All right. And let's see here. We also called LVLU. Actually did a video on LVLU last night. LVLU did a video on it last night. Ran up a nice 74% right there. 74%. All right. So yeah, that's what we got going on so far. Good morning, Top Success. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're making lots and lots of money. All right, he says here TNMG looking good. Looking good. All right, bet. Let's take a look at TNMG. TNMG. All right, TNMG looking pretty good. Looking pretty schmexy right now. Made some money on that. Yeah, made some money in the Discord with it already. Because yes, sir, you know how we do. All right, so TNMG, yes, we did make some money with this. A little bit of a slight A to B, B to C, C to D going on over here. If you look at it real close, has that going on. All right, so it's moving on up on some very, very proper volume over here. Float is 20 million, which is heavy, but the volume is 73 million, so that is perfect. That is awesome. And it does have some H1 earnings, but those are unconfirmed in 12 days from now, on Tuesday, November 25th during the market hour. So we'll see what happens there.
It also had some other news. They launched a partnership with a U.S. Fortune 150 company.
Yes. So
to expand content commerce and retail
So
media.
they actually TNL Media Gene, which is the name of the company, launched
It's
a
bagger.
Oh my! What? Oh. Okay. All right. 111%. Okay. All right.
111%.
I need a pen.
This is the only pen I got, because you know the Serengeti specialist grabs the pens.
She steals the pens. She steals them. All right. TNMG definitely looked good. See? Hey, there you go, Top Success. It definitely looked good. I tell you what. 111%. 111% right there. All right. Yes, sir. All right. My, oh, my, oh, my. All right. So, TNL Media Gene, which is the name of the company, launched a Taiwan partnership with U.S. Fortune 150 company Coupang to expand content and commerce in retail media network ecosystem and deepen their first-party data insights. So they got that going on right there with that. And also they did it to expand content commerce and the retail media ecosystem right there. So that's what they got going on over here. So let's take a look at the chart over here. Currently shooting up, currently looking schmexy. It's got that going on right there, baby. It's got that going on.
Let's go.
TNMG.
Let's go.
TNMG. New bagger. Up 111% right there. TNMG. Boom right there, ladies and gentlemen. TNMG. Looking schmexy, ladies and gents. Looking schmexy. Yes.
Let's like it up. Let's share it up.
Yeah, let's share it up. Let's share it up. Yes. 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 Another bagger of the day. Yes. All right. So we got that going on right there. TNMG had a nice movement up 111%. And let's get a share party going on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 300. 300, 300, 300. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yes, sir. You already know, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Right now, TNMG, a little bit overbought on the RSI, but it did have a nice run up 111%. New bagger of the day. This is our 1, 2, 3, fourth bagger of the day. Fourth bagger of the day. You already know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. We got that. We got it like that. You got it like that. We got it like that. I mean, look, man. I stepped up into the building and all of a sudden stock started running. All right. I call that the DVL effect. PhD, Monsignor Dr. Doubles. All right.
Let's go, baby.
Monsignor Dr. Doubles. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 400. All right. TNMG looks like it's trying to curl back down a little bit and pull back just a little bit because it is overbought on the RSI. So, I mean, it tracks. It makes sense. So, it be like that sometimes. So, don't worry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It just be like that. You know how it is, ladies and gents. You know how it is. All right. MRSN, by the way, new high of day as well. MRSN, new high of day, up 208% now. 208%, but is consolidating as of now. MRSN 208% right there. All right. So MRSN has a conference call scheduled for tomorrow at 8 a.m. and Q3 earnings confirmed for tomorrow on Friday, November 14th, just before the market opens. So we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. Had a major price spike upward over here. MRSN, major price spike over here, and then kind of just started to consolidate a little bit over MIA. So let me get this over MIA. All right. So consolidated just above the VWAPA, just above the VWAPA. MRSN, they got that going on right there. You know what I mean? MRSN currently is currently above the VWAPA, a little bit consolidated as well, a little bit overbought in the RSI. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on with MRSN. So MRSN, new high. Hold on one second. MRSN, new high of day, up 208%. All right. It's one of our other baggers right there. That was actually our third bagger, ladies and gentlemen. Now 209%, slowly but surely climbing its way on up, ladies and gentlemen. Slowly but surely climbing its way on up. MRSN now up 209%. MRSN up 209%. New high of day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let me get a Fibonacci. Let me get a support resistance line over here. All right. Boom. Right there. All right. Let's get it right over. Yeah. And right over. Yeah. Okay. Now, it is a bit expensive. I will give it that. It is a little bit expensive. It is $27 and change right now currently, but has to hold above that 24.84 mark. Has to hold above 26.60. 2640, which is where the VWAP is, and has to break above the 2982 line for it to continue to be so much maxi to Mya. But right now, it's currently up 209% and doing its thing right now. So I'm gonna leave it be. I'm gonna let it have I'm gonna let it have that. I'm gonna let it have that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let it have that. Yesh. So let's take a look at SOND. SOND earlier in the day had a nice 101% run, but right now it currently fell below the VWAP right there, which is, normal. It was a bit overbought in the RSI earlier in the day. Right now it's currently forming, currently forming a bit of a pennant right now. A little bit of a pennant going on over here. Bot right there, bot right there, and bot right there. Okay, boom. So SOND, let's grab it right here. SOND needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. but it did have a nice move upward. It did have a nice move upward, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at NVVE. NVVE had a nice move upward as well. Ran up a nice 243%. That was our highest bagger. Had some news that their shares were trading higher after the company announced that NUVVE at NUV Japan concluded an aggregation agreement targeting existing stationary storage batteries in Japan. They also had a conference call, which actually was scheduled for today at 5 p.m. They have Q3 earnings announcements confirmed after the market closed today, so we'll see what goes on with that as well. But right now, it's just doing its thing right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's got a little bit of an A, B, C, D pattern going on over here, and another one going on over here, bop right there, and then had a bit of a descending wedge right over there. You know how it is, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it is. Currently has to break through that VWAP and break that descending wedge for it to be so much maxi tumya. Otherwise, you know what it is. You know what it is. It's just You know what I mean? So right now, NVVE currently up 177. Had a nice high of 243% since we called it, but it has gone up and then basically just went down because it was a bit overbought around here. It basically had other instances of being like a little bit overbought and then just like going back down. So now it's leaning, it's becoming a bit more indecisive on the RSI, but basically has to break through the descending wedge and then has to break that VWAP as well. So NVVE needs to break the descending wedge and the VWAP. You know what I mean? Needs to break those two things for it to be so much maxi to me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's see how TNMG is doing. TNMG. All right. TNMG had a nice movement up 111%, and is still a bit overbought in the RSI. So as of now, currently needs to break this little pennant right over right there. So has to break above that for it to be so much maxi to mya. Right? TNMG needs to break the pennant for it to be so much maxi to mya. So we got that going on right there. Let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 600. Let's get to 600, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 600 right there. Oh my, looks like it's climbing up even higher. TNMG, let me get some support and resistance lines on it. Let me get some support and resistance lines on that baby right there. Ooh. And ooh. Okay, testing the high of day right now. Testing the high of day at 64 cents. Has to hold above 56 cents. Break through 64 for it to be so much maxi to mya. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on. Can it go higher? It's poking it. It's testing that high. Can it break that high, ladies and gentlemen? It's testing that high. It's testing it. It's testing it. It's testing it. It's testing that high, baby. Come on now. Come on. 112%. There we go. 113. There we go. Come on.
Push it.
Come on. TNMG. Come on, baby. 114. 115. Come on. You're breaking through.
3.4 million volume.
Oh, my.
Oh!
119. There we go.
Let's go.
There we go.
Oh, 69.
123. Yeesh.
Oh.
Oof. See that right there.
69.
That's why I don't say the word of the day. That's why I don't say the number of the day. 123%, ladies and gentlemen. 123%. TNMG new high. Up 123%, ladies and gentlemen. 123%. 125. 126. Still climbing. Still climbing, baby. 126. There we go. Oh, my. All right, has a new high a day at 68 cents right there. Come on now. 126, up 126%. That is the new high of the day. New high of day, baby.
Let's go, baby.
We call them the baggers today. We call them baggers, baby.
Let's go.
Yeesh. And ladies and gentlemen, we calling them baggers, baby. We calling them right now.
Bagation.
Baggernomics. Look, man, I got the degree, man. I got the degree. Take a look at the degree. It's from BBC, Big Bang College. Mm-hmm. Monsignor Dr. Doubles. That's what they call me. Monsignor Dr. Doubles, PhD. PhD in Bangernomics. All right.
Let's go.
With a minor in throwing whoopings in video games. Yes. There we go. That's what we got. Yes, sir. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the parabolic. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of money. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Yes. That's the sound of the parabolic. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of money. Yep. Right there. Right there. That's what that sound like right there. Mm-hmm. 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 That's the sound of the parabolic right there. All right. 128. 128. There we go. Come on now. Come on now. 128. Okay. All right. All right. 128 now. We up 128. Okay. Okay. 130. Okay. Chart kind of froze. Give me a second. Let me refresh the chart. 130. All right. 130 right now. It's up 130. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. 132. 133. 133% right there, ladies and gentlemen. 134. TNMG. That's the Sandal Palabalik right there. Look at that. 134. 135, baby. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at all that schmexiness right there. 138. Still climbing, baby. Still climbing. Look at that. 138. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. 141. There we go. There we go. There we go right there. Mm-hmm. 141, ladies and gentlemen. 141. Yes. TNMG, new high a day. New high a day. Once again. Up 141, baby. They can't do it like us. Can't nobody do it like us. We don't do no 5% runners around here. We actually make money. We actually make money. 142. It hit that 142. They thought I didn't see that. It was in my peripheral vision right there. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's the sound of the parabolic. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of money. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the parabolic. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of money. Whoop. Ha 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 ha. Yes, sir. 142%, baby. We calling it, man. We call them banger after bagger after bagger right there.
Bangernomics.
142%. Right there. Right there. Right there, right there. Yes, sir. There we go. Ooh, all right. All right. Pit 58 is small. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. Pit says NVVE. All right, bet Pit. We'll do it. We'll take a look at that. NVVE. All right. NVVE currently up 172%. Called it earlier in the morning. It ran up a nice 243 cents. We called it early in the morning. Right now, currently, though, it is on a descending wedge right there, just below the VWAP. Fell below the VWAP a little bit. Needs to curl for it to be so much Mexi to Mya. But right now, it is currently just a little bit just below the VWAP basically right now. So as of now, NVVE, let me get some support and resistance lines on it right over here. Right here. Okay. There we go. Get this bop right there and bop right there. All right. So right now you have currently, all right, 55 cents being the point of resistance. Actually, no, there are 2 points of resistance here. So you got 40 cents. That is the support line right there. Has to hold above 40 cents. Has to break through 46. Has to break through 45, which is where the VWAP is. Has to break through 46 and has to break through 55 for it to be so much Maxi to Mya. Right now, NVVE is not looking too good because of the fact that it basically is just curling downward. Needs to break that descending wedge. Could potentially maybe be a descending wedge bull pennant. Maybe if it gets some volume, right? But NVVE, as of now, NVVE needs needs to break that descending wedge right there. Needs to break the descending wedge and needs to break the VWAP right there, because right now the VWAP is at 145, actually 45 cents. Then after that, you got to break through 46 cents, then 55 cents for it to be so much mexy to mya. But right now, it's not really doing that. Had a bit of a bottom tail over here, green, but it's still kind of consolidating below the VWAP right now. So it needs some volume. Needs some volume, ladies and gentlemen. Needs some volume. PLT asks, do you think it'll be 60 cents? That would pretty much be speculation, all right? You got to think of it like this, right? 60 cents is all the way over here, all right? So you like we're talking about over here, 60 cents, all right? 60 cents is all the way up here. Is it possible? Maybe, but we'll see. We'll have to see, because right now it's currently making a descending wedge. It would need to curl up off that descending wedge, break through 45, break through 46, break through 55, and then break through 60 right there. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what happens. But as of now, NVVE is man. It did have news that they're trading higher, after that their shares were trading higher after the company announced that NUV Japan concluded an aggregation agreement targeting existing stationary storage batteries in Japan. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, it's got to break through those points of resistance for it to be so much mexy to meow. Can it become 60 cents? We'll have to see. Right now, as of now, it's speculation, but we'll have to see. So it'd be as of now. It's not out of the realm of possibilities in my opinion, but that's just my opinion right there. But you never know. All right, so Alex Martinez asks, can we get a look at MGRX? Yes, sir. Yes, we can. MGRX. Let's take a look, brother. All right, so MGRX did have a little bit of indecisive wicks here a little bit earlier, but it has since gained some volume over here. Mango Ceuticals Inc., that is the name of the company. Let's get the graffiti pencil activated, but before we do, let me get the support resistance lines right over here. Bop, right there. We got support at the $2 marker as of now. Has to break through $2.19, 232, 233, which is where the VWAP is, 245, 261, and 288 for it to be so much mexy to mya. But right now, at this point in time, MGRX is up 23%. Currently had a bit of a head and shoulders here. So I'm going to show you right here. Got a little bit of that shoulder right here. A little bit of a shoulder. A little bit of a head right here. Okay. Right around here. And a little bit of a shoulder right around here. So it since went down. It fell below the VWAP.
TNMG.
Oh, TNMG. Now making the higher day test. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. Let me take a look at TNMG. TNMG new high, 156%. Oh my. Oh my. There we go. It's back up again. There we go. That's the sound of Palavalik. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of money. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of Palavalik. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of money. Whoop. Yeesh. Yeesh. Right there. 154. 156 was the higher day. TNMG. New higher day. New high of day. Up 156% right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Cash money.
Yeah.
Cash money.
Yeesh. Got them stacks, baby. Stacks. Let's go. Baggernomics, man. It happens. You know what I mean? Look, I mean, sometimes you just gotta have it like that. Me, I just so happen to have it like that. I'm just saying. I mean, step into the building, all of a sudden the stonks want to run. You know how it is. All right, there we go. Yeesh. All right. So, as of now, let me go back to MGRX in the meantime while we are waiting over here. Alex Martinez says, appreciate it. I am in MGRX at 208. Hoping for some volume, but looks like it's all in TNMG. Let's go. Yeah. As of now, TNMG is looking mighty schmexy. Mighty schmexy right now. All right. It is moving upward very nicely as of now. So, as far as MGRX is concerned right now, they do have news, but they are below the VWAP. So, what you got going on here is you have a bit of a head and shoulders. It fell down, Head and Shoulders bearish pattern, so it tends to be like that. But right now, it's kind of just consolidating a little bit. Not really. It's like climbing up a little bit towards the VWAP and then like going down a little bit. So right now, it's got some indecisive wick, so it needs some volume right now. That's really what it needs for the stonk right here. So we got this over here. I'm going to also give you a little bit of a pennant right over here because it has to break this pennant, has to break above the VWAP, has to break the Head and Shoulders for it to be so much Mexi Tumya. But right now, MGRX is currently needs, all right, hold on 1 second. MGRX needs to break the VWAP and the Head and Shoulders pattern, because the Head and Shoulders pattern is a bearish one. So it has to break that VWAP, has to break the pennant, has to break that Head and Shoulders. And TNMG is moving. All right, I'll be right back on MGR. Give me 1 second. TNMG is moving once again. Oh my, 178. 178, 183. 183%.
183%.
Ooh, wepa. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of Panabalik. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of money. Yes, sir. That's the sound of Panabalik. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of money. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Your has support. Money. Yes, sir. All right. Currently has support at 72 cents. Resistance at 85 cents right there, baby. Let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 1,000. 1,000 right there. 1,000. TNMG 183. That's what we got going on, baby. There we go. TNMG. There we are. New high at 183%, baby. Baggers, baby. All right. Boom. Yesh. Yesh. Yesh right there, ladies and gentlemen. Yesh. Hold on. Yesh. There we go. There we are, baby. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 1,000. 1,000, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. But yes, MGRX, let me actually go over that news that's on MGRX real quick. Mango Ceuticals shares are trading higher after the company launched Mango RX Direct and Peaches RX Direct to provide direct access to Zepbound and Wegovy. So they got that going on right there. They have some unconfirmed Q3 earnings coming up in 12 days from now on Tuesday, November 25th, after the market close. So we shall see what happens there, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what happens with MGRX. But right now, it needs to break that pennant, needs to break that Head and Shoulders, and it needs to break that VWAP. Oh my, here we go. Oh, testing, testing. Testing, testing, baby. Come on. Testing, testing. Is this mic on or what, man? Ooh, come on. It's trying. It's trying. It's like gently caressing it right now. Gently, just a soft caress.
Let's go, baby.
You know what I mean?
Push it.
Do you know what I mean?
Let's go, baby. New high. Come on.
Yeah, TNMG.
Get it done.
TNMG.
Here it goes. Here it goes. Yeah.
There we go. 185. There we go.
Let's go.
That's the stuff. 187 right there. Yes,
what?
sir.
What?
Yes, sir.
Whoop.
Yes, that's the sound of money. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of money. Whoop, whoop. 188.
Let's go, baby.
188, baby. There we go. There we go. You know, Papi, I just do this like that. I do it like that, all right? I live on the 5th floor, that's it. You talk about 3, that's not me, baby.
Oh, it's still moving, baby.
Woo.
It's still moving, baby.
191.
It's still moving, baby.
Yes. Matter of fact, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I live on the 7th floor. That's it.
Oh, it's still going down.
Oh, yeah.
Look at it. It's still
Ooh.
going. Let's go.
193.
Let's go.
193. 193. Yes, sir. All right. Look at that. Look at that right there. 193% right there, baby. TNMG. All right, TNMG, 193. Up 193. All right, there we go. TNMG up 193. Boom. Another new high for the Indelible Tribe. Yeesh. Another new high for the Indelible Tribe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, TNMG now looks like it's starting to fall a little bit right there. So, needs to break above here for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Has to hold 74 cents, break through 88 cents for it to be schmexy to me. Let's see what we got here. Pitt says NVVE fell to 38 cents. Do you think it'll rise again? Well, it's purely speculation. Whether it rises again, I don't know. It depends on volume. Really depends on volume, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it depends on right now. So TNM, as far as NVVE goes, do I think it'll rise again? Well, let's take a look at it right here. All right, it has to break above the pennant right here, but right now it looks like it's not really doing that. Doesn't look like it's doing too well in terms of volume here. Right now, it's just kind of on a downtrend now. So I think it's as of now, it's not looking too schmexy. It needs some volume. Needs some volume love. Needs volume love to break that downtrend. NVVE needs volume love to break that downtrend right there. NVVE needs volume to break the downtrend. But again, it was one of those stocks that basically it ran up very nicely, and now it's like, you know what, going back down. It's leaning towards actually being oversold on the RSI if you look at it. So right there, that's what we got going on. NVVE fell to 38 cents and then rose again. Yeah, it's fallen to 38 cents right there. Currently, it has to hold above that 35-cent mark for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. All right, but it did have some movement earlier in the morning, up 243%. All right, but now it's basically just going back down. It's cooling off. It's basically cooling out, and now it's just like leaning towards becoming oversold. So it be like that. We're going to take a look at OTLK, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at Outlook Therapeutics Inc. Seems to be moving up on some low volume right there. Float is 37 million, volume is 4 million. So right now it's moving up on some low volume for it to be so much messy to me. Yes, sir. Come on now. Come on now. All right. All right. All right. All right. OTLK moving up on low volume. We need some volume there. LVLU. Let's take a look at LVLU. We actually did a video on this stock last night. Did a video on it last night. Unfortunately, it's now below the VWAPA, but it did have a nice move upward earlier in the day. Shot up to 74% right there, 74%. But then, right now, it's currently below the VWAPA. Because these stocks, they tend to go up, they can tend to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I call these stocks DJ Khaled because up, down, up, down, up, down. You know what I mean? But, all we do is win. So, it'd be like that. But as of now, LVLU is currently 21%. Needs to break above VWAPA for it to be so much mexi to mia. LVLU needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA for it to be so much mexi to mia. Boom, right there. Let's take a look at CNMD. CNMD moved in. CNMD, boom. How's that one going? CNMD, nope. Needs to break the downtrend. CNMD needs to break a downtrend right there. CNMD needs to break the downtrend for it to be so much mexi to nya. All right, let's see what we got doing. CMND. Actually, excuse me, it was CMND. CMND needs to break the downtrend for it to be so much mexi to me. There we go. right there. All right, let's see what other stocks we got going on. What we got going on? What we got? What we got? Let's take a look at ASST. How's ASST doing? The fan favorite, ladies and gentlemen, the fan favorite right here. How's it doing? Still choppy. Still choppy. Still choppy right now, ladies and gentlemen. Still choppy. Got that going on right there. Still some choppiness going on right over here. All right. Boom. Still very, very choppy as of now. A lot of choppiness going on with ASST down 3%. ASST. ASST. Choppy. Needs volume to break the bar coding. That's what's got going on right there. ASST. Let's take a look at BYND. How's BYND doing? BYND, same deal, ladies and gentlemen. Same deal going on over here. So it has a channel time. Channel time. It's channel time. Channel time right there. All right. Has channel time just going all over the place. Bop right there. Not looking schmexy. Has to break the channel. Has to break the barcoding. Has to break that. Needs volume. BYND needs volume to break the bar coding and the channel. Needs to break that channel, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. So we got that going on right there. Let's take a look at Open. Open. Let's see how Open's doing. Open currently right now moving a bit downward right now. Moving a bit downward. Was above the VWAP, basically fell below the VWAP, so it needs to break a descending wedge right over here for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Open needs to break the descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. All right. Let's get a share party going on. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to 1,400. And be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99, ladies and gentlemen. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comments section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. There we go. Okay, so as of now, we got Open, which is currently, moving right there, moving a little bit, moving, all right, but it's moving downward, so it needs to break that descending wedge over there for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. All right, let's take a look over here. Let's see. All right. Let's take a look over here. SGBX. Somebody requested SGBX. Let's take a look at it, see how it's doing right here. SGBX, 26%. Okay, up 26%, but currently below the VWAP. Needs some volume. Not looking too schmexy right now because it is below the VWAP. So it needs to break the pennant right over here for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. SGBX right there needs to break that pennant. SGBX needs to break the pennant and the VWAP. Fell below the pennant. So right now, not looking too schmexy right now. Current price is $3.02. Has to break the $3.17 mark for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya, and even then, it's going to have ways to go for SGBX. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Currently, though, it does have the volume. It does have volume for it. Has a float of 481,000. Volume is 15 million. So we got that going on right there. We got it like that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. What else we got? Let me add them. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. So currently right now, we got that going on right there. Let's take a look at TNMG. Somebody requested TNMG. All right, TNMG looking well, was looking pretty schmexy. All right, made lots and lots of money on this stock TNMG. Currently, right now, it did have that movement upward on an ABCD pattern, a very extended ABCD pattern, but an ABCD pattern nonetheless. You know what I mean? And now, currently, it is forming a bit of a pennant right over a little bit of a descending wedge. Has to break above the 74-cent line, break through 88 cents for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya, is forming a bit of a double bottom right over Mya. So maybe could it curl? Maybe. We'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, TNMG needs to break the descending wedge. Needs to break that descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. Needs to break the descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. Boom. There we go. There we go. So that's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. We had a nice run with the stonk, though. We did have a nice run. Hit a high of 193% with the stonk. So it was looking pretty schmexy. I mean, we did call it early in the morning. We actually called TNMG. Hold on. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. TNMG called this stock early. I'm talking, we called this stock at 6:43 a.m. in the morning when it was just up 28%, ladies and gentlemen. We called this stock a couple hours ago when it was just 28%. Then it shot up to 190, 193. All right. I mean, I'm just saying we got it like that. You know what I mean? We got it like that. We actually call stocks a run. You kind of gotta, you kind of just have to have it like that. That's not, well, that's learned. You can learn how to do that, but I mean, you actually gotta put the effort in to learn and not call 5% runners. You know what I mean? 5% little movements there, little sprouts of movement. Whereas we call stuff that actually moves and makes money. You know what I mean? So they got that going on right there, and it is moving up on. It was moving up on the news that TNL Media Gene shares were trading higher after the company announced a partnership with Coupang, which is a Fortune 150 company, to expand content commerce and the retail media ecosystem. So they had that going on right there. So that's currently what they are doing right there, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, currently that is what they got going on. That is what they got going on right there. But right now, we're just doing our thing. We're just chilling. We're vibing right now. We're vibing, ladies and gentlemen. What you guys got going on? What you guys got going on for today? What you guys got planned? It's a nice, beautiful Thursday. You know what I mean? Nice, beautiful Thursday. After that, it's going to be a nice, beautiful Friday. Everybody's probably going to be going out chilling, chill with friends. Yes, sir. I actually got some plans as well. I got some plans as well for this evening. Gonna spend some time with my friends as well. Relax, chill, do some stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. And just relax and stuff. TNMG as of now is currently up 133%. 133% right there. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 1700. 1700, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 1700. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So as of now, let's take a look at MRSN. MRSN. How's MRSN looking?
I think MRSN is like a merger or something like that.
It looks like it is a merger. Yeah, it is. It is a merger. It has news that Mersana Therapeutics shares are trading higher after the company announced it'll be acquired by Day One Biopharmaceuticals. So yes, it is a merger. It has a conference call even scheduled for tomorrow at 8 a.m. and Q3 earnings confirmed for tomorrow on Friday, November 14th, before the market opens. So we got that going on right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on for MRSN. MRSN currently though, a merger play. You know what I mean? Merger play. Up 208% right there. Up 208%. There we go. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So currently, right now, we're just chilling, looking for the next parabolique, looking for the next stonk. You know what I mean? Looking for the next one. Looking for the next stonk just to chill. You know, another one, baby, another one. You know what I mean? Another one. That's what we got going on, ladies and gents. We actually chilling right now. You know what I mean? We chilling. We chilling. All right. So let's take a look at LRHC because LRHC seems to have some movement. LRHC, La Rosa Holdings Corp has shares trading higher after the company secured 1.25 billion in financing facilities from institutional investors. They did have Q3 earnings unconfirmed for in 11 days from now on Monday, November 24th, before the market opens. Very, very choppy as of now. LRHC, not a lot of volume. Needs volume for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. LRHC needs volume for it to be so much Mexi to Mya. But right now it's meh. Let's take a look at SGBX. Let's take a look over here. SGBX still needs to break a pennant. Still needs to break the pennant right over here. Still needs to break that pennant right there. Yes, sir. All right. SGBX still needs to break the pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Yeesh. That's what they got going on right there. SGBX needs to break that pennant. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Ooh, let me get that stretching. Ooh. All right. TNMG looks like it's trying to move up a little bit more. TNMG. How you doing there, TNMG? All right, still on the descending wedge right there. Needs to hold above 66 cents, break through 74 cents, break through 88 cents for it to be so much Mexi to Mya. That's what we got going on. All right, so right now we're just chilling, doing our thing. Alex Martinez says CMND might be worth a look. All right, let's take a look at CMND. Let's see how it's doing. Yeah, CMND does have a history of dilution, though. I will say that it does have a history of dilution, but we will take a look at it. All right, CMND currently broke above the VWAPA. Currently, it is 43% up. 43% up, looking schmexy somewhat. All right, again, it's just one of those stocks that I don't fully trust because it has had a history of diluting, but it is moving upward right now, breaking through the VWAP, but does have a top tail. We don't like the top tails. We like the bottom tails, ladies and gentlemen. We like the bottom tails. We like those bottom tails. You know what I mean? Bottom tails. So we'll see what goes on there. Let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 1900. 1900, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. The moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. CMND, as of now, is currently climbing its way on up slightly, up to 46%, or 46 cents, excuse me, up 51% right there. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. So as of now, CMND is slightly climbing its way on up. Needs to break that pennant, for it to be so much Mexi to Mya. Let's get a support and resistance line over here. Support and resistance, bop right there. So we got that going on. CMND up 41% right there. 41% has a top tail forming. Has to hold above 43 cents, which is a point of support, but fell below it. So you got that going on right there. We'll see what happens here, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what happens. Yes, sir. All right, give me 1 second. Boom, right there. Okay. Got that going on. CMND up 39%. Not looking too schmexy as of now. We'll see what goes on, though, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see We shall see. All right. So. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. All right. So let's take a look over here. Let's take a look over here. CMND currently trying to curl its way on up, but right now, we'll see what happens with it. We shall see what happens. I'll keep an eye on it, though. I will keep an eye on it. Let's take a look at ASST again. ASST, all right, CMND right there needs to break the pennant. CMND needs to break that pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. All right. As for ASST, currently it is below the VWAPA. Below the VWAPA right now. Man. Not looking too schmixy as of now. ASST needs to break the downtrend, man. ASST needs to break that downtrend. Osme, thank you for reposting the stream, brother man. Thank you. Oh, yes. Yes, ASST needs to break the downtrend as of now. Needs to break that downtrend for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. MRSN looks like it's curling up a little bit to 209. 209 right there. MRSN. New high at $2, 209%. New high. So we got that going on right there. Again, still a merger play. So I mean, it'd be like that. But right now, it is up 209%. So it is a new high right there. So we will give it its flowers right there. MRSN. All right. Hit 209%. There we go. That's what we got going on right there. All right. So, yeah, we got that going on right there. We got it like that. Do we got it like that? We got it like that. You know what I mean? We got it like that. Yes, sir. All right, let's see what other stonks we got going on here. What other stonks we got over here? Let me see here. All right, you know what? I'm gonna check on BYND again. BYND, very popular stonk. A lot of people found it very popular. As of now, though, it is very choppy and consolidated. Needs to break above the VWAP. Needs to break the VWAP and the channel for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. But right now, BYND needs volume. BYND needs volume to break the VWAP. Yesh. Needs to break the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. Yeesh, that's what it needs to do. BYND not looking schmexy as of now. So we shall see what happens there. We'll see what goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall see. Yeesh. All right, let's see. What we got going on here. What we got? Let me add them. All right. BYND. All right. Hold on 1 second. All right. Get the schmexiness going on over here. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. We're just chilling right now. We are chilling. All right. Let's take a look at another stonk. Let's take a look at something else over here. What else do we got over here? What else we got? Let me add them. All right. Okay. Let's see here. NVVE currently looks like it's trying to do something right now, but NVVE is still, a little bit, on the downtrend, but it is trying to break it right now. I'll give NVVE credit. It is trying to break that downtrend right now. It needs to break above the VWAP though. All right. NVVE broke the downtrend, but now it needs to break the VWAP. That's the next challenge, the next trial and tribulation for it with NVVE. NVVE right there. NVVE needs to break the... Actually broke the downtrend. Broke that downtrend right there. The downtrend. Trying to test the VWAPA. Can it make a comeback? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll have to see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what happens right now. But right now we are 10 minutes out from the bell. The bell. It deafens me. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. All right. Also another thing is that we do have. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Yeesh. Just had to get some water real quick. NVVE curling off the downtrend over there, curling off the downtrend, trying to climb its way back up a little bit. Let's see what it does, because right now it's got resistance right over here at the 44-cent mark. After that, 46 cents, and after that, 55 cents. Has to break above that for it to be so much mexi to mya. So yes, needs to break above that there. Yeesh. All right. So as of now, with NVVE has some soul searching to do. You know what I mean? Some soul searching. Has to do some soul searching right there. MRSN now 210%. Hit a high at 210%. Still somewhat consolidated above the VWAPA, but it is hitting 210%. I will give it credit where credit's due. MRSN now up 210% right there. %. Boom, right there. What other stonks we got going on? Right, but it is trying to make a reverse right there. SGBX. All right, let's see how SGBX is doing. SGBX. Oh my, curling off the pennant right there. Curling off the pennant we drew. Woo, broke the VWAPA as well. SGBX broke the VWAPA, broke the pennant. There we go. SGBX broke the pennant and the VWAPA. Moving. There we go. Broke the pennant and broke that VWAP, ladies and gentlemen. Looking somewhat schmexy to me. Yes, sir. All right, SGBX. Looking somewhat schmexy. Yes, sir. So right now we got that going on. We are just 7 minutes out till the bell. The bell. Yeesh, and yeesh in that order. The bell. We got the bell coming real soon. Bellation. The bell going ringy dingy. You know what I mean? The ringy dingy. MRSN now up 212%. 212%. Slowly but surely climbing up there. MRSN now up 212% right there. 212%. Just chilling. Doing his thing. Yes, sir. All right. So, as of now, currently SGBX curled above the VWAPA and curled off the pennant right now. Needs some more volume for it to go even higher. You know what I mean? You ever heard that song, Can You Take Me Higher? That's what I want to happen with this stonk right here. All right? That's higher by what was it called? Man, now I really want to hear that song. Creed. Was it Creed? It was Creed. Yeah, I think it was Creed. Yeah, it was Creed. Right? So, yeah, higher. Yes. Speaking of which, I am so listening to that song as soon as as soon as I get some breakfast. You know what I mean? I'm gonna listen to that song with breakfast right now. Breakfast. Yeah, there we go. You know what I mean? So we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. Chilling right now with SGBX. SGBX currently, it's the only one that's looking somewhat schmexy to me. Currently, the only one looking schmexy somewhat. So we got that going on. We got it like that right now. Let's take a look at NVVE. NVVE, how's it doing? NVVE. Nope, fell below the view up again. NVVE Can it curl? Let's see. NVVE needs to break that VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. For it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Yeesh. So, what you think about it, DBL moms? What you think about NVVE? It's looking man. Eh. 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 Yeesh. Yeesh. But yeah, so far, ladies and gentlemen, we did call quite a few stocks today. We called NVVE, ran up 243%, SOND, 101%, MRSN, 208%, LVLU, 74%, and TNMG, 193%. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 baggers. 5 baggers, ladies and gentlemen. 5 baggers, baby. 5 baggers. Baggernomics. Baggernomics, ladies and gentlemen. Baggernomics. Bangernomics. 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 Yes. That's what we got going on there. What you mean that's enough of that? No, there's no such thing as enough of that. We're vibing. We vibing. Let the vibe continue. Hey, yeah. You let the vibe continue, man. You gotta let the vibe continue. Yeesh. Come on, man. The vibe. Yeesh. If only we could play music, but music is copywritten, so we can't do that. But if we could, do you know the vibration that would be going on? The vibes just be like, oh yeah, the vibe. Well, not even that. Just like just chilling with music. What's your favorite music, ladies and gentlemen? What music you like? What music you like, ladies and gentlemen? Put it in the chat. What type of music you like? What type of music I like? You guys like music? What type of music I like? All right. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join is in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We're just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. Yes, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes. So, basically, that's what we got going. All right, yeah. Yes. Right now, currently, you can check out for the real-time alerts and scanners people. You get access to this amazing scanner right over here. It gives you the percentage, the time in which it was scanned, whether or not the stock is moving up or down, the price, the volume, the float, the ticker, all that good stuff right there. Clickable links that give you access to the charts and news, as well as other things to research about a stock. Right? You know what I mean? All that good stuff right there. Also, you get access to the newsroom, which is a great research tool. Gives you access to hyperlinks that give you access to the articles. You get partial synopses of the articles, what stocks are affected by the news within said articles, all that good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And to top it off, you get access to an amazing community of people, the indelible pride, you know what I mean? You get access to the indelibles, man. And they are supportive. It is a wonderful community of people, very supportive. Everybody wants to help everybody make money. Everybody wants to help everybody be good and happy, and make lots and lots of money. You know what I mean? Make lots and lots of money right there. But yeah, it's basically a very, very supportive group of people, just chilling, relaxing, doing their thing, making their money, and yeah, that's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on. All right, so as of now, we just taking a look at some stocks right here. We're just chilling right now. We're just chilling, vibing right now. MRSN up 212% still. So we shall see what happens right now. But right now, we're just basically chilling here. We're chilling here, doing our thing. How you doing, DBL moms? You're doing very good. Well, the bell go ringy dingy. The bell go ringy dingy right there. It went ringy dingy. Yes. It make the ringy dingy. It make the wee woo. All right. Let's see what we got. The wee woo. The wee woo. Yes. Yes. So let's see what other stunks we got going on. What stunks do we have going on here for the wonderful, wonderful stunk market? Stunk market. All right. NVVE. Let's see what it do. What it do. Oh, SGBX is moving again? Okay. SGBX. Let's take a look at SGBX. Oh my. Wepa. There we go. SGBX moving, climbing its way on up. Currently up 47%. SGBX moving on up right now. SGBX. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2,800. SGBX moving on up right now. Moving on up to the big time. Moving on up, baby. SGBX is climbing, baby. Climbing, climbing, climbing. Oh my. I wonder if it got it like that. You know what I mean? SGBX. All right. So, yeah. Right now we're just chilling, keeping an eye on it. SGBX. We're basically just chilling out, doing our thing here. But yeah. Anyways, DBL Moms, what type of music you like? Since we were on the topic, you know what I mean? A good beat. Well, I like rock music. I love rock music. I'm a big rock guy. Rock music is good. Hip hop is always good. A little bit, sometimes they mix both, and it's like, ooh, okay, I can vibe with this. Sometimes country, depends on the day. Freestyle for sure. Freestyle, yes, that right there, right. We got, we got some. We like freestyle music. We like the freestyle music. That's the good stuff right there. That was the stuff they played in New York. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. All right, chilling like villains right there. And of course, we got other stunks we got going on. Oh, let's take a look over here. Let's take a look at SOND. SOND. Let's see how SOND is doing. Hold on one second. SOND curling a little bit, slightly curling up a little, a teeny tiny bit. A possible potential cup and handle, actually. A little bit. Look at that. A little bit of a cup right there. Possible handle, maybe. Maybe. We'll see what happens. SOND. Possible cup and handle going on. Maybe. We'll see what happens there. Let's see. SOND. Possible cup and handle pattern. Possible cup and handle pattern. We shall see what happens there. We shall see what happens there. All right, CMND. Curling. CMND curling, baby. Broke the high of day. All right, CMND curling. Yeah, it does. It does have a history of flushing, though. Has a history of flushing, but it is currently up 62% right now, so we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Had a high of 72%. 72% right there. Right there. So, got that going on. CMND curling off the pennant. Right? CMND curling off the pennant. Off the pennant right now. Yeesh. All right. All right. There we go. Stretching right now. Stretching. All right. Let's see how CURI is doing. Somebody mentioned CURI. Let's take a look at CURI. See how CURI is doing. CURI currently on a bit of an uptrend on some low volume. Low volume has a float of 34 million, volume of 844,000. So it's moving up on some low volume right there. CURI. Yeesh. So we'll put it up there. Here. CURI moving up on low volume. Ladies and gentlemen. Moving up on some low volume right there. Let's take a look at RUBI. Ruby! Right there. Ruby currently has a bit of a double top going on right there. Fell below the VWAPA. Below the VWAPA. Right. Needs to break this pennant right here. All right. Ruby needs to break above the VWAPA and the pennant right there. RUBI needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya.
Let's get a share party going on.
Shapati. Come on now.
Share it up.
Share it up. Let's get to 3,000. 3,000. PLBY. Let's take a look at PLBY. Playboy Inc. Not a lot going on in terms of volume, but it is starting to climb a little bit. Moving up on some low volume right there. Playboy moving up on low volume. PLBY moving up on low volume right there. All right. PLBY moving up on low volume. There we go. All right. PLBY moving up on low volume. Moving up on some low volume right there. So we got that going on. That is what we got going on. All right. So PLBY currently doing his thing right there. Just chilling. And right now, we got ourselves on. Let's see what else we got over here. Let's take a look at IDN. IDN moving on low volume as well. IDN moving up on some low volume right there. So IDN moving up on low volume. All right. Another stock that's moving up on some low volume there. Let's see what else we got. All right. So, as of now, IDN is climbing up to 43%. We'll see what happens with the stock. Let's get some support and resistance lines on it. We'll get some support and resistance lines on it right here. All right. So, as of now, has to break above 650 and hold at $6 for it to be so much mexi to mya.
Low volume.
Very low volume, though. Very low volume as of now. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. We're just doing our thing and keeping an eye on IDN. Yes, sir. All right. So currently, yeah, we just vibing right now. We vibing, and yeah, that's pretty much it right now. All right. So right now, we're just basically relaxing and chilling right now. We're doing our thing. We're vibing right now. So yeah. What you guys got planned for today? What you guys got planned? Put it in the chat. What you guys got planned for today? I already called 5 baggers. Four baggers right now. 4 baggers. All right. So right now, I'm just chilling, waiting for the next one. Gonna chill, wait for the next one, wait for the next bagger, wait for, gonna do our thing. CMND. Oh my, 97% right there. CMND moving up 94%. Had a high of 97% right there. Oh my. What's it got planned right there? Interesante right there. All right. CMND climbing up 97%. 97% right there.
It's pushing, it's pushing.
Oh my. 103. New bagger.
Let's go, baby.
Oh my.
Let's go.
Ooh, CMND 103.
Oh, it's pushing.
107.
Whoop, whoop.
That's the sound of the leak. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of money. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the leak. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of money. Yeesh. All right. 107% CMND. CMND now up 107%. New bagger.
New bagation.
Yeesh. New bagation.
The bagger.
CMND.
The bagger.
CMND. Another bagger, baby. Up 107% right there. Yeesh. Alex says, let's go, CMND. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go. All right. There we go. CMND had a nice move up 107. Can it break through? Can it keep climbing? 108. Yes, it can. 108%, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, as of now, CMND up 107 right there.
Looks like it's trying to break resistance.
Oh, yes, it is. 108.
It's trying to break the resistance.
108. Yes, sir.
Come on now.
Trying to break that resistance right there.
Come on now.
Come on now.
Push it.
Let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 3,200.
Let's go.
Come on, CMND.
Let's go.
Come on, baby.
Let's go.
Uh-huh.
We're going. Come on now.
CMND, new bagger, baby. New bagger. Woo! CMND, another bagger of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Up 108% right there.
Bottom tail, come on, green. Bottom tail,
come
green.
on, bottom tail green.
Come on, turn
needs
green.
to break that.
Turn
Needs to
green.
break that top tail, become bottom tail. There we go. CMND, come on,
Greenage. Come on,
come on. Give me some greenage. Give me some greenage.
Green.
Green.
Green. Come on, green. Green.
Yes, come on.
Turn greener. Come on now.
All right.
Come on now. What's going on?
We're just chilling right now. SOND. How's SOND doing? SOND. Trying up, curling off that cup and handle pattern I made. I'll tell you what. SOND curling off the cup and handle. SOND curling off the cup and handle. Oh my, hold on one second. SOND curling off the cup and handle, baby. There we go. Needs to break that VWAP. Needs to break that VWAP. Needs to break the VWAP for it to be so much maxi to me. All right.
CMND testing higher die.
Testing. CMND. Let's see how it's doing. Let's see how CMND is doing. All right. Oh my.
Come on now.
It broke above the high already.
Come on now.
106.
Push it.
Come on, 107.
Push it.
Come on, baby. Come on.
109. Come on, baby.
Come on. Hit that 109 mark.
Do it.
109.
Get over the cross line. Go. Finish line. Come on.
Yeesh, come on. CMND still climbing, testing that resistance.
Resistance at 64%.
CMND testing the high of day. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We're just made different, And the early bird gets the cash. The moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell ya. Yes. All right, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we just chilling, doing our thing right there. So you can find us on YouTube at Coaching Money.
At Coaching Money.
At Coaching Money. You can find us on X.com, aka Twitter, at Coaching Money.
At Coaching Money.
At Coaching Money. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Coaching Money.
At Coaching Money.
At Coaching Money. You can find us on TikTok, Tiki-Taki, aka the Tac Tac. The Tac Tac, yes. You can find us there at DBL Nicks.
DBL Nicks.
At DBL NICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money. Yes, so that's pretty much it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Pretty much just chilling, doing our thing right here. And yeah, all right. I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Sometimes we pull her out the cannon and she goes, whee! She loves to find lots and lots of ABCDs, especially stocks with ABCDs, such as, NVVE and SOND. All right. We call her DBL Moms. There we go. So that's pretty much it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Much love. I'll see you guys later on. We are going to be going into the Power Hour. Be sure to check that out. Stay tuned for Power Hour, which is being hosted by the legend himself, Coach Nick Money. He's going to be basically chilling there before the Power Hour during Power Plays. That's the name of the show. Power Plays at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's going to be just chilling there, doing his thing, vibing, chilling out. He's going to be basically reviewing some stonks. That's how he's going to start it off. And then, he's going to be also playing some Fortnite. That's part of the play portion of the show. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Much love, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you at 1:30, and peace out.